Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Rebel Racing Network and the National Outlaw Racing Association Cup Series. I am your commentator tonight, Austin Householder, and we are coming to you live from the virtual Chicagoland Speedway, a 1.5 mile oval located in Joliet, Illinois, where these drivers are going to compete for 100 laps in the ResCare Community Living 100. Look at our weather tonight. It is currently 82 degrees out. The skies are clear and the track is a whopping 122 degrees. A very warm track. It will be getting very slick for these drivers as the race goes on. The rules for tonight's event: these drivers are going to be given 3 sets of tires, 100% fuel, and 1 quick repair to complete tonight's event. As time is winding down in practice, we currently have Jamie Dunning sitting atop the leaderboard with a best time of 31.02. Seth LaCroix hot on his heels, though, with a best time of 31.03. In third place, we have the 17 car of Joshua Edmonds with a best time of 31.12. So these top two very close and have over a 1/10 of a second lead over third place. We are going to see if that's going to transfer over to the race, though, as we currently watch the 17 of Joshua Edmonds take a ride through the infield and make contact with that inside wall. And we've got Dakota Dennis entering the chat. Doing good tonight, brother. How are you doing? Glad to see you here, Dakota. And if I'm not mistaken, you might be in the stands tonight. This track not too far from your house. So as practice winds down, we're going to give you a quick points update. Currently leading the points in the Cup Series is Joseph Benson with 822 points. However, Joseph Benson currently going through a PCS move for the Army. And I also believe he is going to recruiter school, will not make it for the rest of the season, so he will be falling in points after this one. In second place, we have Samuel Reed with 788 points, who is looking to take over the points lead after tonight with Joseph Benson being gone. In third place, we have Joseph Truskowski with 770 points. In fourth place, we have Chris Evans with 720 points. And rounding out your top five in points, we have Joshua Edmonds with 719 points, right on Chris Evans' tail. Some very similar names. It's like a tongue twister up here in the Rebel Racing Network studios. We are currently looking at Joshua Edmonds getting ready to make his qualifying round as he takes the green flag, looking to improve on some times in practice. He was third in practice, looking to take the pole here. As Joshua Edmonds finishes his qualifying run, not quite going to get it done to take the pole. He was sitting second. Just lost some time to Scott Leonard and Jonathan Dominics. Joseph Truskowski, though, taking over the pole, looking to climb up here in points. What is going on, Samuel? Remember, Samuel, do not text and drive. Glad to have you here, though. We're currently looking at Terrell Wheeler, who has just completed his qualifying run, rocking that ResCare Community Living car. Once again, they are tonight's race sponsor. Big thank you to ResCare Community Living. A little bit about them. For more than 40 years, ResCare Community Living has provided trusted community living services that help individuals with intellectual and development disabilities enjoy greater quality of life in their own home or in home-like environments. We provide more than 100 million hours of service for people with IDD each year, including 250,000 medications administered each day in approximately 2,000 residential homes across the country for a behaviorally complex population with multiple chronic conditions and comorbidities. Our clients spend 359 days at home on average each year. A little bit of information about what ResCare Community Living does. Oh, Jamie, I plan on having some fun up here in the booth tonight, and I'm expecting a great show out of y'all tonight. We currently have Byron Gay on track for qualifying. And we're going to go look at Jamie Dunning, who is just in our chat, as he makes his qualifying run. His first of 2 laps. Jamie Dunning laying down a time good enough to take second. And we're going to go. Samuel Reed just completing his qualifying run. We'll go right back to Jamie Dunning here. As Jamie Dunning looks to take the pole away from Seth LaCroix, who just laid down a time of 31.15. Dunning not going to do it 2/100ths of a second off of Seth LaCroix. And as everyone completes their qualifying runs, we are going to head down trackside for our opening ceremonies presented by URA Flyovers. At this time, please stand as you are able, remove your hats, place your hand over your heart, and veterans render a hand salute as the United States Marine Corps Band performs our national anthem.
Red glare, the bombs burn.
All right, and we are back. Big thank you to Ura Flyovers for creating those opening ceremonies and the flyover using Microsoft Flight Simulator. Go check them out on Facebook if you are a league owner, a broadcaster looking to bring something extra to your leagues or your broadcasts. And as we wait for the drivers to grid up, let's go ahead and try and have a conversation with our pole sitter, Seth LaCroix. Hey, Seth, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me, buddy? Hey, Seth, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me, buddy?
Hello?
Seth. All right, having some technical difficulties. Let's see if I can get this worked out real quick.
Austin, can you hear me?
Hey, Seth, it's Austin up in the booth. Can you hear me, buddy?
I got you, buddy.
All right, some technical difficulties. Seth, you were out last week. You joined me in the booth, and you came back, took the pole here at Chicagoland. It must feel good to be starting on top after a week off.
Yeah, it was pretty frustrating to watch the race. Did have fun up in the booth, but glad to be back. A little anxious for this race. Definitely feeling under the weather, but this track is very, very, very slick. So hoping for a green flag race, but I feel like there's gonna be a number of cautions here.
All right. Well, what do you think is going to be the key tonight to coming home in victory lane?
And track position is so big. How loose your car is up front is a little scary, but then how tight you get when you close up on someone, it seems like it's gonna be very tough to pass, at least in the lead. So track position is key.
All right. Well, we'll be keeping an eye on you tonight. Good luck. We'll let you get in the car and get out there on track.
Thank you.
Thank you. Once again, that was Seth LaCroix, your pole sitter. He will be starting first in that 29 Chevrolet, rocking that candy red Coca-Cola scheme. And we're going to go ahead and run through our official starting grid for tonight. In first place, we have Seth LaCroix in the 29 car. Starting to his outside will be the 54 of Jamie Dunning. Joseph Truskowski will be starting in third in the 42 machine. In fourth, we have Samuel Reed in the 56 car. Starting fifth will be Christopher Foote in the 21. In sixth, to his outside, will be Jonathan Dominics in the 45 machine. In seventh, we have Scott Leonard in the 6 car. Starting eighth will be the 17 of Joshua Edmonds. In ninth, we have Cody Bullock in the 011 car. In 10th will be Tyler Street in the 4 car. Starting 11th, we have Robbie Good in the 37 machine. In 12th will be Byron Gay in the 20 car. Rolling off 13th will be Aaron Yancey in the 98. In 14th, we have Steven Linger in the 91. Starting 15th will be Terrell Wheeler in the 43. And rounding out your field back there in 16th will be Chris Jones in the 033 car. And we have Evan in the chat rooting for Mr. Bullock, Cody Bullock. Glad to see some new fans rolling in here. Once again, I would just like to take this time to remind everyone of the fan vote Dash for Cash. Every driver that brings a fan to the chat that mentions them by name will be entered into a poll that will take place over on our Facebook page for the most popular driver, and the top 3 from that poll will be entered into the fan vote Dash for Cash for the championship race this season. And the pace car is off. Seth LaCroix leading him down to the line. Green flag is out. LaCroix going to lead him into one. He gets a good start there. Joseph Truskowski, very aggressive on that start, following Seth LaCroix. We've seen Truskowski be very aggressive as even early on in these races, especially on these restarts, he wants to make his way up to the lead. They're getting single file up front. We've got some battling still going on back in the pack. 3 wide. Currently looking at the 0-1-1 of Cody Bullock. Moving up 3 positions on that start. Him and Byron Gay, both very aggressive. Byron Gay up 5 positions to 7th. Cody Bullock up 3 to 6th. And we have Scott entering the chat, rooting for Aaron Yancey. Glad to have you here, Scott. As we are looking at the battle for 6, Cody Bullock and Byron Gay battling it out. Byron Gay getting loose down on the apron. That's going to cost him some spots, and it looks like Joshua Edmonds also had some trouble there. We make our way back up to the front of the field. Jamie Dunning now closing back in with Joseph Truskowski. Truskowski was trying to hang with Seth LaCroix at the start. Lost a little bit of ground. Seth LaCroix out to a 0.3 of a second lead over Truskowski. Everyone going single file. And we have the LaCroix entering the chat, rooting for Seth, Josh, and Chris Jones. Some big fans of that veteran racing team. We are missing Joseph Benson out here tonight from the veteran racing team. But I have confirmed with him he is planning on being back next season. There goes the 21 of Christopher Foote through the infield. I do believe Chris Jones also went off track there as well. Going back to the front of the field, Seth LaCroix was still a 0.3 of a second lead over Joseph Truskowski. We go back, take a look at Christopher Foote and Chris Jones. Some trouble early on. We knew it was going to be slick tonight. Those turns, it is very easy to get loose, especially with the track as hot as it is. So, and now looking at Tyler Street off track, bringing out our first caution of the night here on lap 7. We're going to go back, take a look, see what happened there. Once again, this is the 4 of Tyler Street. Looks like Tyler Street just getting loose. Making some contact with that inside wall. Does not look like too much major damage to that 4 car. Not something you'd want to use a quick repair, especially this early on. But it's early trouble for the 4 of Tyler Street. And it looks like the only taker we're going to have on pit lane tonight is going, or for this caution, is going to be Christopher Foote. All right, so at our first caution, we still have Seth LaCroix in control of this race. Joseph Truskowski making his way up one position to second. Jamie Dunning in third. Samuel Reed in fourth. Cody Bullock making his way up to fifth, up 4 positions from where he started. Scott Leonard in sixth. Jonathan Dominics in seventh. Robbie Good running eighth. Joshua Edmonds running ninth. And Steven Linger rounding out your top 10. And we have Yancey Motorsports entering the chat. Glad to have you guys here. Really glad to see these teams enter in the chat here tonight. They're getting doubled up, getting ready to go back green flag racing here. Donald Bussier also rooting for Josh and Seth. They come off of turn 4. That pace car going to make its way down pit road. Seth LaCroix in control of this restart here. Seth LaCroix goes, gets the jump on Truskowski. Jamie Dunning now looking at Truskowski's inside. Truskowski able to battle back on that high side. But here comes Cody Bullock. He is all over Truskowski's back bumper. Wondering if he got into the back of Truskowski there. Is Truskowski way up high by the wall there. And our second caution of the night coming out here on lap 11. Looks like Robbie Good involved in that one. We'll go back, take a look, see what happened here. Yes, that is the 37 of Robbie Good. Going through the infield. Let's see what happened. Looks like he came down. And gets turned down to the infield. We're going to go back, take one more look at that. We're going to ride along with Steven Linger. He was the other car involved in that. See what happened from his point of view. Looked like Robbie Good trying to take it 3 wide there. There just wasn't a hole for him. We see Steven Linger now entering pit road. Johnny Reefer in the chat rooting for his boyfriend, Cody Bullock. We will step aside for a word from our sponsors.
From the track to the tech, Creative Castle keeps your code running as clean as your laps. We test real-world devices and digital platforms so your next release won't crash in turn 1. At Creative Castle, we elevate your software with expert quality assurance and cross-platform testing. Whether it's native apps or networked hardware, we deliver precision-tested performance at scale. Behind every smooth app and smart device is a quiet castle. Creative Castle. We're the quality wizards and test knights who battle bugs and break bad code before it breaks your product. Creative Castle. Quality at full throttle. Your quest for quality ends here.
All right, and a big thank you to Creative Castle, owned by Marcus Castle, He is a admin and a founder of the Third Coast Racing Xfinity Series, which will be starting on September 17th and will be broadcasted right here on the Rebel Racing Network. That will be Wednesday nights. If you are interested in tuning in, if you are interested in racing, reach out to Marcus Castle or Dakota Dennis for the information. Dakota Dennis in the chat here as well tonight, as they are doubled up and we are getting ready to go back green flag racing. And the pace car is off. Seth LaCroix still in control of these restarts. He's going to get a great jump there. Joseph Truskowski and Jamie Dunning still battling it out, but Cody Bullock all over Truskowski's bumper here. That's 0-1-1 car, very aggressive here, looking to gain some positions here. Yes, Yancey Motorsports, this track is hot and slippery tonight. I believe we said it was 122 degrees track temperature. Very slick for these guys, gonna burn up those tires. We've already seen a couple of guys get loose here tonight as the front four get it figured out, and our single file, Joseph Truskowski now trying that high side to get a run on Seth LaCroix. LaCroix all the way down on the apron trying to shave some time, but Truskowski very good on that high side. Truskowski now going to back off a little bit. We are only 17 laps into a 100-lap race. No need to be this aggressive this early. These guys up front still on their original sets of tires. And here comes Cody Bullock to third now as he gets underneath Jamie Dunning in that 54 car. Cody Bullock gonna take it away. Gonna go back and look back in the pack. Still single file throughout the pack tonight. Currently looking at another veteran racing team member, Joshua Edmonds, currently sitting back in sixth. He was third in practice, qualified in eighth, looking to recover from a bad qualifying run. Make his way up to the front. And it looks like earlier on, Scott Leonard had a little bit of an issue not too long after the green flag. We're going to go back, take a look, see what happened to Scott here. He gets loose and goes for a ride. Saves that car. Does not look like he made contact with anything, so the car's still clean, but definitely going to anger those tires sliding across the track like that. Looking back at our leaders, Seth LaCroix opening up that gap over Joseph Truskowski now. Out to half a second. Joseph Truskowski, we saw him very aggressive at the start of this one. Gotta think he used up his tires a little bit more than he wanted to, trying to get up to the lead. Everyone getting spread out. We're going to keep an eye on Joshua Edmonds, Jonathan Dominics, and Samuel Reed. Looking like they're getting ready to shape up for a battle. Jonathan Dominics trying to find a way around that 17 of Joshua Edmonds. And caution is out. Our third caution of the night coming out here on lap 24. Scott Leonard and Aaron Yancey involved in this. I'll go back and take a look, see what happened with those two. Scott Leonard in that 6 car. Maybe they're checking up so he doesn't get in the 4. Got himself loose. He didn't make contact with Aaron Yancey. Go back and look to see why Aaron Yancey got flagged for being a part of this. He is still on track and making his way around. And pit stops have started here as we go back live. Seth LaCroix leading him down pit road. Joseph Truskowski trying to win this race off pit road. Truskowski being very aggressive here on pit road. Doing whatever he can to get to his pit stall first. Looks like Scott Leonard going to win the race off pit road. I don't know if he hit his pit stall or not. But Scott Leonard. Maybe just driving through pit road. We're going to have to back this up. Take a look at that. The 6 of Scott Leonard making his way down pit road. Very late. It looks like he opted to just drive through, not even hit his pit stall. Interesting choice by Scott Leonard there. Scott Leonard going to make another attempt to get into his pit stall this time. So that will put Seth LaCroix, the first car on new tires, but we have a new leader now. Byron Gay in the 20 car. And Robbie Good in the 37 now on the front row. They did not pit. So that will be an interesting decision on those two's part. Tire is going to be very important, especially with as slick as this track is. Those fresh tires are a huge advantage. Be looking for Seth LaCroix to get a very good restart here and take over the lead quickly after the green flag drops. And the pace car is off. Green flag is out. Byron Gay going to take off. Seth LaCroix already to Robbie Good's inside. Seth LaCroix is by Robbie. Joseph Truskowski not going to make it by Robbie Good yet. There he goes. Jamie Dunning going by on the high side. Jamie Dunning had a run down the backstretch. Truskowski, though, going to shut the door and try and ride that outside line as Seth LaCroix looking to take back the lead. Seth LaCroix now going to work the outside to go by Byron Gay. That 20 car's got to deal with all these guys on fresh tires now lining up behind him. Truskowski, the next one in line. Jamie Dunning as well. Truskowski not going to be able to do it there. And he's actually opened up the door for the 54 of Jamie Dunning to get to his inside. The real challenge is going to be getting by this 20 car. Truskowski there now. Going to go by him. 20 car not giving these guys on newer tires a lot of room here. And that battling with Byron Gay has allowed Seth LaCroix to open up that lead to 0.4 of a second over Truskowski. Byron Gay still trying to battle with Jamie Lee Dunning. Lee saying that was a great pass by Seth LaCroix. That was a good pass by Seth to take the lead back over. As we see the 20 of Byron Gay getting loose there. Joshua Edmonds of the veteran racing team going to go by him. But Jamie Dunning still has not been able to complete that pass on Byron Gay. And I tell you what, folks, I've got to admire Byron Gay on these old tires, able to hold off Jamie Dunning, who we've seen be very fast here tonight. We're going back to the front of the field. Joseph Truskowski trying to gain some time on Seth LaCroix. Seth, though, continuing to open up that gap. These two out here all by themselves. At 17 of Joshua Edmonds, though. Moving up in the track position. Up third, up 5 positions from where he started in 8th. Looking back further in the pack, we have Terrell Wheeler in that 43 ResCare Community Living car. Now gaining some ground. He's gained 3 positions from 15th where he started. Looking to make his way up to the front tonight. We've got some battling going on mid-pack. Steven Linger trying to hold off Christopher Foote in that 21 car as they battle it out for 9th. I see Chris Jones going off track. Some more trouble for Chris Jones. He's had trouble earlier getting loose here. He goes through for a ride through the infield. Yes, what Yancey said. I appreciate it, Yancey. Everyone watching, please make sure you go like the live feed. And Chris Jones going off track and getting into the wall. That will bring out a caution. We go back. Watch Chris Jones lose it here going into turns 3 and 4. He just sends it into the outside wall. Looks like Byron Gay in that 20 car also has some trouble as well. Byron Gay losing it. Some major front end damage to that 20 machine. That happened after the yellow flag dropped. So that's got to be a little bit hard to swallow for that 20 car. So our fourth caution here at lap 36. The standings are as follows. We currently have Seth LaCroix back in the lead. Joseph Truskowski in second. Joshua Edmonds in that 17 car making his way up to third now after some aggressive driving. Jamie Dunning back there in fourth, and Samuel Reed rounding out your top five. Back there in sixth, we have Tyler Street, who was involved in an earlier incident. He's recovering nicely up to sixth. Stephen Linger in seventh, Christopher Foote in eighth, Jonathan Dominics in ninth, and Terrell Wheeler back there in 10th now. And we will step away for a word from our sponsors.
At FedUps, we don't care how it gets there, just that it eventually does. We use cutting-edge technology like guesswork, blind rage, and the occasional coin flip. Need help? Our customer service is standing by to put you on hold. Our drivers are trained professionals in rage quitting, road rage, and minor parkour. Have an issue? Hey, we delivered it, didn't we? At FedUp, we're not happy until you're not happy. Special instructions? I ignored it specifically. Signature required? We'll scribble something. Fragile? Let's test that theory. Customer service? Try screaming into the void. FedUp, we hate your package almost as much as you do.
FedUps is not responsible for damaged, late, lost, or completely incinerated packages. Batteries not included. Actually, nothing's included.
All right, and we are back as they are doubling it up, getting ready to go back green flag racing here. Seth LaCroix still in control of this one. He now has a teammate to his rear to help him out on these restarts. Joseph Truskowski, though, will restart to LaCroix's outside in second. Joshua Edmonds in third. Jamie Dunning in. They are coming off of turn 4. We're getting ready to go back green as that pace car dives down pit road. See Joseph Truskowski trying to get a good restart here. Seth LaCroix going to get the jump. I think there was some communication between Seth LaCroix and Joshua Edmonds, as Edmonds now jumping out to second over Joseph Truskowski. Truskowski going to try and battle back here on the outside. Here comes Jamie Dunning as well as Samuel Reed, trying to close that gap. You see Truskowski all the way up top by the wall there, trying to find some speed, going down the front stretch. Truskowski now getting back behind that 17 of Joshua Edmonds. We've got a battle for second here, folks. Truskowski trying to take that position back over. Samuel Reed has now taken over fourth place. Jamie Dunning dropping back to sixth. Edmonds trying to hold off Truskowski there. They are neck and neck as they go down the front stretch. Truskowski gonna clear him now. That allows Seth LaCroix to open up that gap as Edmonds looks to battle Truskowski back on his inside now. Truskowski, I believe, touched the wall there. He gets a little bit loose going into turn 3. That's opening up the door for Edmonds. These guys still neck and neck. Trzaskowski now going to complete the pass, and I do believe he's going to be able to pull away from Edmonds here as they go down the backstretch. As they open up the gap. We go back in the pack. It looks like Robbie Good, Jamie Dunning, and Tyler Street getting ready to battle it out. Jamie Dunning, not sure what happened to him, but he is dropping. He is back. Now back to 8th, so some trouble here for that 54 car. We're looking at Seth LaCroix opening up that gap. We see Joshua Edmonds very loose there going through turns 1 and... Sorry, not Joshua Edmonds. I believe that was Cody Bullock, very loose there going through turns 1 and 2. Jamie Dunning looking to recover from his struggles on that restart. Gained a position, now back up to 7th. 45 of Jonathan Dominics was closing in on Jamie. Jamie now pulling away and has his sights set on the 4 of Tyler Street. We're looking at Cody Bullock now trying to hold off Jonathan Dominics. Bullock got loose through turns 1 and 2, lost a lot of positions. I do believe he did fall behind Jonathan Dominics. He is now recovered, taking that position back over as Terrell Wheeler in that 43 Res Care Community Living car trying to take on Jonathan Dominics. We head back to the front of the field. Looking at Joseph Trzaskowski. Now 7/10 of a second behind Seth LaCroix. Seth LaCroix running away with this one. Caution is out. Our 5th caution of the night coming out here on lap 48. Looks like Samuel Reed and Aaron Yancey involved in this one. See Aaron Yancey getting loose, going for a ride through the infield, tapping the inside wall. I do believe that was Chris Jones as well getting loose. More struggles for that 33 car. And Samuel Reed also involved in something. Samuel Reed in that 56 white and green car. He goes around, and I do believe he may have had a little bit of help there. We're going to go back live as pit stops have begun. Seth LaCroix making his way down pit road. Joseph Trzaskowski as well. Joseph Trzaskowski getting to the inside of Seth LaCroix. Trzaskowski very aggressive on the restarts and apparently going to be very aggressive getting into pit road as well. It looks like the entire field has decided to come down pit road here. And I do believe Robbie Good going to win the race off pit road there. Just beating out Seth LaCroix by a nose. Robbie Good, I believe, was also caught up in that last incident, so maybe Robbie just using a quick repair, not getting any service to that car, burning his quick repair and getting back out there. They are doubling them up, getting ready to go back green flag racing here. Robbie Good will lead them to the green flag. He will be in control. Seth LaCroix starting to his outside. Joseph Truskowski in third. Joshua Edmonds in fourth. Cody Bullock in fifth. And Stephen Linger in sixth. This may be the restart Truskowski was looking for. That bottom line has such an advantage on these restarts because the leader gets to control the restart. Truskowski's been stuck on that high side all race, but now he's on the low side. Robbie Good in control of this one, but I do believe Truskowski has the faster car tonight. And they are touching coming to the restart. Looks like Seth LaCroix not giving Robbie Good very much room. They're staying neck and neck, but there goes Truskowski to the lead. And here comes Cody Bullock as well on that low side, getting to the inside of Joseph Truskowski. Cody Bullock making a run for the lead. As we have a three-way battle for the lead because Seth LaCroix is not going away either. They are looking to take it three wide. Truskowski has got his hands full with those two behind him right now. And Joshua Edmonds back there in fourth looking to catch back up. Maybe give his teammates some help. LaCroix and Truskowski touched there coming off of turn 4. LaCroix just a little bit faster. Not giving Truskowski any room. Working that low side. We've seen Truskowski very fast on the high side, but LaCroix, after a couple laps, has always been able to pull away from Truskowski. And Truskowski getting loose there. Yellow flag is out. Looks like Stephen Linger involved in this one. But I want to go back and watch this. Watch Seth LaCroix and Joseph Truskowski here. I don't think they touched. I think LaCroix just took the air off Truskowski's bumper. We're going to go back, take one more look from LaCroix's on board. I don't know, Law with Seth LaCroix. And I did not see any indication that they touched. So maybe, yeah, just taking the air off Truskowski's bumper got him loose. We're going to go back, see what happened with Stephen Linger. He was the cause for this caution. Looks like he just got loose, made contact with Jonathan Dominics, a little bit of contact with Aaron Yancey in that 98. Linger has to tow back to pit road after hitting that outside wall. We currently have Chris Jones, our lucky dog. And after some hard racing up front, Seth LaCroix has taken the lead back over. Cody Bullock making his way up to second. Joseph Truskowski, after getting loose off of turn 4, back in third. And Jamie Dunning has made his way back into the top 5, taking 4th. Joshua Edmonds rounding out your top 5. And we will step away for a word from our sponsors.
It's race day on iRacing. The grid is set. Engines are rumbling. The chat is buzzing. The anticipation is building. But before the green flag waves, you need a moment that gets hearts racing. Hoorah Flyovers delivers cinematic, custom airplane flyovers for your iRacing or esports event, bringing real-world energy to your virtual track. Add a patriotic punch to your pre-race show. Whether you're hosting a league championship, a memorial race, or just want to hype the crowd, Hoorah brings the thunder. Fully customizable, easy to book, stream ready, guaranteed to get your drivers and fans fired up. Because when the jets fly, everyone pays attention. Stand tall, fly loud, race proud. Hoorah! Visit Hoorah Flyovers on Discord or Facebook and bring the flyover experience to iRacing like never before.
All right, and we are back. Big thank you to Hoorah Flyovers. They are doubled up. We are getting ready to go back green flag racing here. LaCroix will lead them to the green flag. Cody Bullock to his outside. Back there on third, we have Joseph Truskowski and Jamie Dunning restarting fourth. Pace car is off. We are getting ready to go back green flag racing here. Seth LaCroix takes off. Truskowski going to get right up alongside Cody Bullock, trying to take away second position from him. And he will. And oh! He gets to the inside of Seth LaCroix, sending Seth LaCroix around. Caution is out. Joseph Truskowski going to the lead here. But after some contact with him and the leader, send Seth LaCroix around. We're going to ride along with Joseph Truskowski on this one. That might have been some netcode, but Joseph Truskowski, very aggressive there yet again. We've seen him aggressive all night and past races. If you tune into the ARCA series last Monday, we know that Truskowski has had some frustrations boil over. We saw him getting into Vincent Isabella multiple times after the checkered flag. I wonder if some frustrations are starting to boil over here. Seth LaCroix had to pit, use his quick repair. That's going to knock him all the way back to 11th. So now a new challenge for that 29 car. Seth LaCroix going to have to make his way up through the pack with 40 laps to go. Yes, Aaron Yancey has made his way up into the top 10. He is sitting in 8th right now. As we get ready to go back green flag racing here, 39 to go when the green flag drops. Truskowski in control of this one. Cody Bullock in second. Joshua Edmonds in third. Jamie Lee Dunning in fourth. Christopher Foote in fifth. So they are coming off of turn 4. Ace car dives off. We are getting ready to go back. Green flag racing here, folks. Joseph Truskowski in control of this one. He takes off. Edmonds getting a good restart there, getting to the inside of Cody Bullock. But Bullock getting help from behind with Jamie Dunning. All right, Johnny, we're going to keep it PG-13 here now. Glad to have you here, Johnny, but we will keep our chat PG-13. Josh in the chat rooting for Aaron Yancey. Glad to have you here, Josh. As Joseph Truskowski taking off with this one. Cody Bullock challenging for second. Trying to hold off Joshua Edmonds in that 17 car. Bullock getting loose, getting into the outside. Or no, that's Edmonds getting loose into the outside wall. He is backwards down the front stretch, bringing out our 8th caution of the night. We're going to go back, take a look. See what exactly happened here with Edmonds. Close racing between him and Bullock. I do believe Bullock made some contact there, got him loose. He tried to save it. Just narrowly avoiding Seth LaCroix. That's going to shake some things up now. Joseph Truskowski, still your race leader. Cody Bullock in second. Jamie Dunning in third. Tyler Street in fourth. Christopher Foote in fifth. Jonathan Dominics in sixth. Samuel Reed in seventh. Seth LaCroix back up to eighth. Aaron Yancey in ninth now. And Iron Gay rounding out your top 10. Had some more trouble here. Samuel Reed having some issues there. Looks like he was trying to catch the pack, had some issues getting slowed down. Looks like maybe he was supposed to get in where he was. Jonathan Dominics didn't know he was coming. Shook some things up for Samuel Reed. Yes, sir. Yancey Motorsports. A lot of fabrication bills coming out next week. I tell you what, as much as the grass on the backstretch has been driven through tonight, that landscaping bill is going to be pretty expensive. They need to make a call to our sponsor, Household Lawn Care and More. They'll get that infield right and ready to go back racing. So they are doubled up. We are getting ready to go back. Green flag racing. Now, 2/3 of the way through this one, Joseph Truskowski in control of this. Seth LaCroix looking to make a comeback here from all the way back in 8th place. I'm sorry, 7th place for Seth LaCroix. All right, as they're coming off 4, that pace car is going to dive down to the inside. We're getting ready to go back racing. Truskowski taking off, getting a push from Jamie Dunning. But Cody Bullock hanging on that outside. Not going to let Truskowski clear him going into 1. Now Truskowski getting out in front there. Cody Bullock tight on Truskowski's bumper, though, trying to hang with him there on the high side. Chris Jones going off track yet again. More trouble for that 33 car. And looky who just broke the top 5. Seth LaCroix in that 29 Coca-Cola machine, making his way up into the top 5. Now looking to the inside of Tyler Street, challenging for 4th. Gonna pass him like he's sitting still. Seth LaCroix is not done yet, and I do believe he's gonna have a score to settle when he gets back up to the front. Going back to the battle for the lead, Cody Bullock has now gotten to the inside of Joseph Truskowski. Not going to be able to make the pass there as he falls in behind him as they go down the back stretch. Cody Bullock trying to find a way to get by Joseph Truskowski. Jamie Dunning getting loose there. That's going to allow Seth LaCroix to take over that 3rd position as Cody Bullock going to pull up in front of Joseph Truskowski now. Joseph Truskowski into the back of Bullock, getting Bullock sideways. Bullock trying to save it. He's not going to. He's into the outside wall. Tough break for Cody Bullock there, but Seth LaCroix going back to 2nd place now because of that. We're going to go back, take one more look at this caution here. And we see Cody Bullock getting loose there, but he had some help, I do believe. We are going to ride along with Seth LaCroix through this. Take a look at what happened through. Seth LaCroix making it through there. LaCroix back up to 2nd now. Samuel Reed, Cody Bullock on pit road. Yancey, I don't know if that's going to be Cody Bullock's night. He did have a quick repair to burn, I do believe. So his night is not over yet. He is still being scored on the lead lap. So our standings now are, we have Joseph Truskowski in 1st, Seth LaCroix in 2nd, Tyler Street in 3rd, Christopher Foote in 4th, and Joshua Edmonds rounding out your top 5. And don't go anywhere, folks, because this is about to get interesting. Joseph Truskowski in the lead there, but he has Seth LaCroix, after his caution earlier on, climbing back up to second place. And, you know, it's hard to tell from up here in the booth, but I do believe Seth LaCroix had some help getting around from that 42 car. Johnny Reefer saying dirty from LaCroix. Ridiculous. I don't know how that was dirty from LaCroix. LaCroix wasn't involved in that. Some people feeling bad for Cody Bullock right now. And Lee, I do believe Johnny's got the names mixed up here. Once again, Johnny, that is Seth LaCroix is in that red 29 car. Joseph Truskowski in the black and gold IC Light 42 car. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing here. Ace car is off. Green flag is coming out. Joseph Truskowski in control of this one. Truskowski going to take off. Seth LaCroix trying to hang with him. Battle is for second now. Tyler Street is to the inside of Seth LaCroix. Joshua Edmonds, Christopher Foote, 3 wide back there with, I believe, Jamie Dunning. They try to get it sorted out. LaCroix now pulling away, looking to the inside of Truskowski. We're going to stay glued right here, folks. LaCroix has been faster than Truskowski all night. He moves up and gives Truskowski a little bit of tap. I might be saying, hey, I saw what you just did. I remember what you did to me earlier. You did not make any friends out there tonight, Joseph. So LaCroix takes over the lead. Joseph Truskowski out there on that high side, dropping back now. And I do believe he has made contact with that outside wall as well. Some right front damage to that 42 machine as Tyler Street takes over third. Truskowski trying that high side again. Looking to get by Tyler Street. Truskowski is there. Come down to 24 to go. Truskowski going to go back to second. Jamie Dunning looking for a way by Tyler Street as well. Lee Gracie, hats off to Seth LaCroix getting back up to the front. He did a great job racing through there. Kept it clean. Currently looking at Joseph Truskowski trying to find a way to get back to Seth LaCroix. Seth LaCroix's got 0.2 of a second over him. Going back, looking at Cody Bullock and Joshua Edmonds. Cody Bullock all over Edmonds' back bumper. Caution is out. Caution is out. Truskowski's around. '56 is Samuel Reed also involved in that. Scott Leonard involved. We're going to go back, take a look, see what happened here. This is Scott Leonard, the original cause of the caution, getting loose off of 4, going through the infield. But I really want to know what happened to Joseph Truskowski there. It looks like Truskowski just got loose, tried to save it, and that car broke free, sending him into the outside wall. Samuel Reed not seeing him. Tries to get on the brakes, but it's too late for Samuel Reed. A lot of damage to that 42 Icy Light machine. Yancey Motorsports saying some hot heads on the driver radio. Looks like we're going to have to look at bringing you guys some radioactive next week. We've got the leaders on pit road. Seth LaCroix led them down pit road. 4 guys stayed out. Cody Bullock, Aaron Yancey, Robbie Good, and Scott Leonard all opting to stay out. Cody Bullock looking to recover from that incident with Truskowski. Will be on fresh tire, or fresher tires. Not too many green flag laps on him as well. Cody Bullock now sitting in a very good spot. And Yancey Motorsports, take a look in second place. We have that 98 of Aaron Yancey sitting in second place right behind Cody Bullock. Robbie Good sitting in third, Scott Leonard in fourth, and Seth LaCroix rounding out your top 5 with only 20 to go. As the lights on the pace car go out, they are doubling them back up. We have 1 to green. Cody Bullock will lead them to this green flag. When the green flag drops, there will only be 18 laps left. Yancey's saying that Versace speed is getting that 98 car up there. We're going to see if that Versace speed can keep the 98 up there. As the pace car drives off, green flag is out. Cody Bullock taking off, opening that gap up quick. Aaron Yancey trying to hold on to second place. And here comes Scott Leonard in that 6. He was part of that last caution, got loose. Recovering nicely for the 6 car, though. Seth LaCroix going down to the inside. LaCroix trying to get back up there. He's got his sights set on Aaron Yancey as the yellow flag comes out yet again. Not sure what this was for. Looks like Samuel Reed had an issue on lap 81. Stephen Linger, maybe. Stephen Linger in that 91 car. But it looks like it was the 37 of Robbie Good going around that brought out the caution. We're going to go back, take a look, see what happened here. Robbie Good was struggling on that restart. Not a lot of room for Robbie, and it looks like he might have. Yes, he did come together with the 17 of Josh Edmonds. Tough break for those guys there. We do have some frustrated drivers in the chat. Guys, love to see the drama. Makes it fun up here in the booth. You know, we also don't want too many grievances in our chat. We understand that these drivers are getting frustrated, but that will be up for the league admins to decide, guys. So our standings now, as we are waiting to go back green flag racing, Cody Bullock still in the lead. Aaron Yancey still sitting in second in that Versace car. Seth LaCroix now making his way up to third. Tyler Street in fourth. Byron Gay in fifth. Jamie Dunning in sixth. In seventh, we have Joseph Truskowski. He's going to have a tough time getting back up there. He has not made any friends tonight. Christopher Foote in eighth. Joshua Edmonds in ninth, and Jonathan Dominic's rounding out the top 10. Lights on the pace car are out. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing. 13 to go when the green flag drops. Cody Bullock in control of this one. Aaron Yancey. We starting at his outside. Seth LaCroix sitting back there in third. Seth is very fast. We saw him make his way back through the pack tonight. This time he's only got to get by 2 drivers, and he is sitting in a very good position to get a jump on Aaron Yancey on the restart. And the pace car is off. The green flag is in the starter's hand. Cody Bullock in control of it. He takes off. Green flag is out. We are back racing. Seth LaCroix's gotten to the inside of the Yancey car. And caution right off the restart. Scott Leonard involved. We go back, take a look, see what happened to Scott here. Scott in that 6 car, and looks like he just spun the tires, lost control of it, and he goes around on the restart. Nancy Motorsports saying pace car MVP of the race. I tell you what, that pace car is getting some miles put on it here at the end. So it looks like when the green flag drops again, there will be 9 laps to go. Sort this one out. Cody Bullock is in control of this one. Aaron Yancey in second place and Seth LaCroix in third. I think any of these top 3 cars could take it away. Seth LaCroix is very fast, though. Cody Bullock, we've seen him drive that car up to the front. I think that track position is exactly what Cody Bullock wanted here. We're just going to take a quick look at everyone's pit stop strategy. Cody Bullock pitted on lap 70. LaCroix pitted on lap 80. So about 10 laps difference on those tires. Aaron Yancey, though, has not pitted since lap 48. Aaron Yancey will be at a major disadvantage on these old tires, especially with a guy like LaCroix behind him. Lee in the chat rooting for Seth LaCroix. They are doubled up. The lights on the pace car are out. We have been given the 1 to go signal from NORA. Pace car is off. Cody Bullock leading him to the green flag. Bullock takes off. Seth LaCroix right with him. Seth LaCroix getting to the inside of Yancey. LaCroix's got those newer tires. Could make easy work of that 98 car, and he does. Byron Gay also getting to the inside of Yancey, but here comes that 42 of Truskowski. Gay getting loose. Byron Gay gets loose. He's in the outside wall. We are still green flag racing. We're going to see if Byron Gay can get it back green. Or get it back going. He does, and I do believe we will stay green flag here. We're going to go right back to the battle for the lead as Seth LaCroix going to work on that 0-1-1 of Cody Bullock. Not going to try a crossover move. I do believe he's got a nose to the inside of Bullock. He does. He's going to dive down low. As they are neck and neck coming down the front stretch. Bullock got a nose out in front of him. But LaCroix is there. LaCroix on 10-lap newer tires. And they've probably got about 5 more green flag laps than Bullock. But LaCroix going to complete the pass there. Bullock running into some trouble. I think Seth tried to move up a little bit too soon there. Bullock had nowhere to go. Makes contact with that outside wall. We're going right back to the leaders here. Joseph Truskowski making his way back up to the front. But LaCroix taking away that lead and holding on to it is Truskowski has Tyler Street all over his back bumper. Truskowski making some very aggressive moves here. He tries to fend off Tyler Street, but here comes Jamie Dunning on the outside now, closing in with Tyler Street. Jamie Dunning gonna get around Tyler Street, and he's got his eyes set on that 42 of Joseph Treskowski. They're coming up on lap traffic here. I do believe that is Christopher Foote in the 21 car. Treskowski closing in on the leader. Caution. Caution is out. Cody Bullock involved in this one, it looks like. And it looks like we are going to get overtime here. A green-white checkered finish, folks. Go back, see what happened here. Looks like Cody Bullock got a little bit loose there. Joshua Edmonds was right there to get into him and send him the rest of the way around. A tough break for Cody Bullock. As his struggles continue here at the end of the race tonight. So now standings are, we have Seth LaCroix in the lead, Joseph Treskowski in second, Jamie Dunning in third, Tyler Street in fourth. Rounding out your top five, we have Joshua Edmonds. Remember, folks, after the race, do not go anywhere. We have driver interviews, and I got a feeling tonight they are going to be very interesting if this race shakes out the way I think it will. All right, and it looks like Johnny Reefer changing from a Cody Bullock fan to a Seth LaCroix fan. Hopping on the bandwagon, Johnny. We have been given the one to go signal from NORA. Seth LaCroix on the inside, Joseph Treskowski on the outside of the front row here. Jamie Dunning sitting back there in third, Tyler Street in fourth, Joshua Edmonds in fifth, Jonathan Dominics in sixth. Now we have Samuel Reed out of the race tonight. Tough break for Sam, rooting for Seth LaCroix. And I've got to wonder if there's an underlying reason why Samuel was rooting for Seth. Yancey Motorsport update on that 98 car, has 4 fresh tires. We should see him able to gain a couple of positions. Currently sitting back there in 11th. We'll be looking for him to crack the top 10, but all eyes are going to be on the leaders here as we get ready to go back green flag racing. All right, as they come around turns 3 and 4, that pace car getting ready to dive off. Seth LaCroix will be in control of this one. He needs a good restart here. Joseph Truskowski looking to not give him any room. Seth LaCroix gets a bump from Jamie Dunning and takes off. LaCroix, a great restart. Truskowski trying to hang with him. It's Tyler Street taking third away from Jamie Dunning. Jamie trying to hang on to it. Truskowski way up high there. Trying to get a run down the front stretch. White flag is out. 1 to go. Truskowski and LaCroix battling for the lead. LaCroix now stuck on the high side. Truskowski on the inside. LaCroix pulling away on the high side now. Tyler Street looking to get to Truskowski's inside. Tyler Street is there. Jamie Dunning coming up on Tyler Street's rear end, though. But it is all Seth LaCroix as they come off of turn 4. Truskowski can't get to him. LaCroix is going to take home the checkered flag. Truskowski finishes second. Tyler Street in fourth. Tyler Street in third. Jamie Dunning in fourth. And Joshua Edmonds rounding out your top 5. A great race by Seth LaCroix in his return to the track. As the drivers make their way around the track for pictures, we're going to go ahead and get set up for interviews. Up first tonight, finishing third, we have Tyler Street in the 4 car. Tyler, it's Austin up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, congratulations on a podium. Man, take me through that last green-white checkered. You got a run on Truskowski. You know, what was going through your mind there?
I figured they were either gonna wreck themselves or something there, the way how it was going on throughout the race there, but was just kind of trying to be a little bit of patience, because I really was not that good all race. I was loose at the beginning of the race, and then I was stupid tight at the end of the race, so that made no sense to me. But yeah, just trying to keep the nose clean more or less, but then I just overshot the corner and got it kind of like broke loose on me going into 3 and 4, and I knew I basically was done and was not going to have Joseph, and basically just trying to hold on to third at that point, get Savage the points for the week.
Yep, well, you held on to third. I was just wondering, I've had drivers up in the chat tonight, and we've seen a little bit of frustrations with Joseph Truskowski tonight. Did you think about giving him the bumper?
I'll say no comment, but there was definitely at times.
All right. Well, we'll let you go ahead and get away with the no comment, and we will move on to your shout-outs tonight. Anyone you want to shout out before you get up out of here?
Obviously, got a shout out to LGR Motorsports. That was, another good run for that. And then thank you guys for the broadcast, and thank you for, being those for the broadcast and doing this every week. It makes it fun to go back and just watch it. Obviously, we can race and you make mistakes of that ways, but also you can go to the broadcast and rewatch stuff and kind of see where you're making mistakes on the broadcast as well. So it makes it interesting just to rewatch it and kind of find out where you're losing speed and where you're gaining speed. And then just thanks Trail for putting on this league. It's been fun so far. I know we have some tensions here lately, but that's how racing goes. Everybody has tensions as it is.
Yeah, that's one of those racing things, but we will let you get on out of here. Congratulations again, buddy. And we will see you back here next week.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right, once again, that was Tyler Street in the 4 car coming home third tonight. We are going to move on to Joseph Truskowski. He came home second tonight in that 42 car. Joseph, it's Austin up at the booth. You got me?
Yep.
All right, man. I've got to ask, first and foremost, we saw you get tangled up with Seth LaCroix. We saw you get tangled up with Cody Bullock. There were some unhappy fans in the chat. We just want to get your side of the story. What happened there?
Well, I definitely made a mistake or two there. I'm sorry I ended up wrecking people. From what I can remember, I gotta go back and look at it, but the one on the restart, I think I got Bullock. Or it might have been Seth. I was going low in fourth gear, and I don't know if I actually hit him, but I mean, it probably was just too aggressive of a move at the time. And then, I mean, even before I was, and then, I mean, Seth cut me off a little bit early on, which that's all right. And then, I mean, I was just racing hard. I was having fun out there. I didn't mean to wreck anybody, but I made a mistake or two, I will say. So, yeah.
All right. Well, there you have it, folks. He's not meaning to wreck anyone. Just hard driving. It makes for interesting driving here on the Rebel Racing Network. So we do appreciate that. Now that we've addressed that, though, we want to ask, take us through that last green, white, checkered restart, Joe.
So, I mean, it was good for me. I was getting good runs. It was hard holding off Street there too. He's pretty good. And then, it kind of same thing that might have happened in ARCA in one of the Michigan race. Just my 1 and 2 on that last lap just wasn't good enough, and I was inside of Seth, but I really did want to send him up the track and kind of not cut him off, but brush him up high, hopefully not put him in the fence and get by him. But I figured I caused enough BS out there, so I tried to keep off him there in 1 and 2, and then didn't have the best run down the back straight. And then going into 3 and 4, I mean, I was just sending it as hard as I could up top. I had a run coming off, but if I just had a little bit more distance closed from 1 and 2, I could have got him. But overall, good race tonight.
All right. Yep. Second place. Nothing to shake your head at. Congratulations on that. Anyone you want to shout out before you get on out of here?
The league. Hopefully, I don't get suspended or something. Been throwing the car around a little bit last few weeks, but I mean, after the start of the season that I had, I felt like I had to start throwing the car around a little bit more. I'm just going for it, and I'm sure a lot of the other guys too would race me hard going for the win too, and I'm always fighting for the win, so I'm always going harder than usual. So just gonna try and keep racing.
All right. Well, we appreciate it, man. Congratulations again on a second place finish. We will see you back here tomorrow night for the ARCA series.
Absolutely. Have a good one. Thank you.
You too. Once again, that was Joseph Truskowski coming home second tonight. And we're going to move on to tonight's winner, Seth LaCroix. Seth, it is Austin up at the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. We talked to you at the beginning of the race, asked you what it would take. To win the race, did you think you were going to have to drive all the way back through the pack?
No, I didn't see it going like that, but I enjoyed that part of it. It gets kind of boring when you're in clean air the whole time, and the car drives so differently when you're in the back of the pack. And so I was actually glad to experience that, because if I didn't, then I don't know that I could have passed for the lead like I did. So it was good learning tool.
All right, and I just want to ask, we talked to Joseph Truskowski just now about the incident with you, the incident with Cody Bullock. What are your thoughts on those incidents? And when you passed Joseph Truskowski back, it looked like you didn't give him very much room.
Yeah, you're dang right I didn't. I mean, between him, I felt like he's just a little too aggressive. If he takes it down one notch, I think he'll be just fine. being aggressive is fine, but there's just a point where you can be fast and not mess up other people. And I think he's just got to tone it down just a bit. But from him getting into me and then watching as I get back to third, I watch him dump Cody, and I was like, he did it again. So when I knew when I was going to pass him, I was like, we're going to give you a little bit back. I didn't, but I'm never going to wreck someone. And perfect world, I take the lead without ever touching someone. But at the same time, I definitely had a level of frustration from when I fell back to 10th or whatever. I knew if I get back to the 42, I'm passing him. And, I didn't want to be egregious, and I don't think I was, but I also wanted to get my point across.
All right. Well, and I will say in his interview, he did show some remorse for that. So sounds like there's going to be some talks at the Haulers tonight. But before you head off to Victory Lane, anyone you want to shout out tonight?
Yeah, my son Raylan, my daughter Gracie, and my parents, Josh's parents, and then the league and you. I look forward to it every week. This was a fun track. I'm glad the track temperature cooled down a little bit because it was almost undrivable in the beginning. But it was a fun race. Next week's gonna be really tough too. The track is a pretty hard one as well. So. But thank everyone for watching. Glad I finally got that win. So I just wish Joseph Benson was here because I would have liked to have beat Joe. But
I completely understand that. We didn't see him in the chat tonight, so text him, tell him to tune in.
yeah, he will.
All right, congratulations again, buddy. Have a good night.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Once again, that was Seth LaCroix taking home the win tonight. We are going to roll through our final results. So the official results for this one. As they pull up, we have Seth LaCroix taking home the win. Joseph Treskowski finishing second. Tyler Street in third. In fourth place, we had Jamie Dunning. In fifth was Joshua Edmonds. Jonathan Dominics comes home sixth. In seventh, we had Scott Leonard. Cody Bullock recovers and finishes eighth tonight. In ninth place, we have Christopher Foote. Byron Gay comes home 10th. In 11th, we had Chris Jones. In 12th was Stephen Linger. Robbie Good comes home 13th. Aaron Yancey finishes 14th. Terrell Wheeler comes home 15th. Samuel Reed in 16th. And Samuel Reed rounds out your field in 16th. Once again, I would like to thank everyone for tuning in. We will be back here next Sunday night from Homestead, Miami for 100 laps. Tomorrow night, we have the National Outlaw Racing Association ARCA League live from Dover Motor Speedway. And then just after this broadcast, it will not be broadcasted on the Rebel Racing Network. The Outlaw late models from NORA are heading to Lucas Oil Raceway. I will be competing in that. If you would like to tune into that, head over to my Twitch. The link is in my YouTube. And ride along with me as we head to Lucas Oil Raceway. And just a reminder, starting September 17th, we will have the Third Coast Racing Xfinity cars broadcasted here on the Rebel Racing Network. September 17th. Make sure you tune in for that. If you are interested in watching, that will be on Wednesday nights. If you are interested in racing, reach out to Dakota Dennis or Marcus Castle for the information on that. Until tomorrow night, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. And we will see you back here tomorrow night and next week.